Hello everybody, and welcome to Wounded Healer Tarot. My name is James, and I'll be doing a reading today. This particular video is for the sign of Leo. I know this is a general love reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. Don't try to make it fit because you'll just further confuse yourself, and these videos are meant to provide guidance. And if you're trying to make stuff fit that doesn't, you're not going to get the proper guidance. Alright, so first off here, okay, the Twin Flame card came out. I personally don't subscribe to the whole Twin Flame thing, but for those of you that do, that card did come out. And it's definitely somebody that you already know if the Twin Flame part is for you. You guys either are currently in separation. I'm getting the vibe that you guys are in separation. You know each other, but you're not currently on speaking terms here, because we have the Page of Swords, which tells me, they're definitely watching you. They're peeping your social media. Hopefully not a peeping Tom. But I definitely get that they're a masculine energy, because not only do we have the King of Pentacles, but we also have the Emperor. So they could definitely be a powerful individual. They could have a powerful position somewhere in some sort of company, or with the King of Pentacles, they could be, somebody that has their own business. Now, if they don't have their own business, if they don't run their own business, then they could be in a powerful position. They could be in a, I guess I would say a higher up position where they have a lot of power over others. But either way here, this individual is financially stable, or, well, I would say financially stable. They definitely make some good bucks. And with the Emperor here, they're very authentic. They're very they're good at taking control, but not in the toxic way. Okay? And then we have the King of Swords, another masculine energy. Jeez. So, I get that they could definitely feel like, they've been having to move some mountains here. They've been having to multitask. They've been having to do a lot. And this time that you guys have spent apart, and that can honestly be a part of why things fell apart to begin with. They may have, had too much stuff on their plate. But I feel like, here with the Star, it's kind of yes, you've had hope in the situation, but in this particular, I would say, spread, I feel like this represents the a sort of wish come true, in a sense, because I feel like this time apart here has, with the Hanged Man, changed their perception. I feel like, they could possibly be, moving things around here to make more time for you in their life, to make more space for you in their life. They could have been somebody that was, focusing on their money, focusing on their job, on their career, and kind of let the relationship just fall to the wayside. But also, with the Emperor here, I feel like, they're going to be taking control of the situation. And here with the Three of Pentacles, I get that either you guys did or do work together, or that's something they may approach you with when they come back towards you. Now, excuse me, I don't know if that will be anytime soon, because here we have the Nine of Wands, which represents a sort of wounded warrior, in a sense. It's here, this individual is not sure if they can go on. They're completely and utterly exhausted, burnt out, but they're also right at the finish line. like they are either about to achieve something, and I definitely see that being a possibility here with that King of Pentacles. You know, they could have been working on their own business. They could have been trying to build some stability so that they can come back towards you and make like a more appealing offer in a sense. And in the process of that, they really burnt themselves out. But I also get, you know, this individual definitely has some trauma when it comes to relationships. And that's also something that they've been working on during the separation. Now, the Seven of Swords here to me speaks of, you know, they're making some sort of plan here. Like, I feel like they're waiting until they have their money right. They may have had financial issues which could have contributed to the situation going downhill. Regardless, I feel like, you know, they have been making some sort of plan to come towards you. And even though it may take a little bit, it may not be as soon as you would like it, but I get the vibe that they will come forward. I don't feel like, you know, they're willing to let this go. So for the energies that are currently influencing you when it comes to love, first up here we have Coffin, representing new beginnings, liberation, reborn in transition, and tragic endings. And then with that, we have the Twin Flames card, Yin Yang, imbalance, union and duality, complement, polar opposites. Yeah, you see, I get the vibe here that maybe at one point they may have felt like you guys were too different for this to really work out. You could be like two different ethnicities, you could come from like two different worlds, things that may cause a sort of like clash in a sense. But I feel like, you know, you guys balance each other out, because, you know, if you have two people who are exactly the same, it's more than likely not going to work out. I feel like, you know, a lot more times than not, there needs to be like more of a balance there. There needs to be like, you know, you guys need to have interest in different things. You guys need to, you know, maybe have some different habits. Otherwise, it'll just clash too much. But, you know, I feel like you're both finding, you know, liberation in this time apart. I feel like you both are working on being more independent. And for the both of you, this is like a sort of transition in a phase. I feel like you're both going through like a transformation here. And that's what's going to really bring forward this new beginning. All right, now next up we have Blowing Kiss, unconditional love, giving and receiving, fairness and love, and affection returned. Yeah, you know, I feel like this is what it's going to be like when they do come back, right? I feel like there's going to be more balance. There's going to be more give and take, whether that be materially, financially, emotionally, one way or another. I feel like, you know, there was something that was like really kind of tipping the scales out of balance here in this connection. And that could have caused them to really like withhold their affection. They could have, you know, pushed you away. Maybe they even, you know, started seeing somebody else. Maybe they got into a connection with somebody else afterwards. So it made it feel like, you know, this situation was one of like unrequited love in a sense, when really what this person really feels for you is unconditional love. But I feel like, you know, this time apart was also meant for the both of you to find that within yourselves, so you could gain that independence. Now the last card for that, we have Not Today, representing boundaries and hurt, avoiding conversation, not dealing, still upset. Yeah, you know, like I said, I feel like this person still has a little bit to go. I feel like, you know, this is the equivalent of that Nine of Wands card here. I feel like this individual still has some growth to do, or rather some growing to do, some growth to go through. Grow through what you go through, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, I feel like this person was really hurt when you put up your boundaries and you continued to enforce those boundaries. I feel like that was very unexpected for them. They may not be used to people telling them no. They may not be used to, people pulling back from them and not showing them, all this love and affection while they're withholding it. And I feel like, they're really like avoiding a particular conversation. I feel like here, with the Seven of Swords, they may have done some sneaky shit behind your back. And it's something that they know they'll have to tell you about if they were to come forward, which could also be a part of why they are not coming forward, because they're afraid, of what's going to happen if they do come clean. But either way, at this current point in time, I feel like they're really, not only avoiding conversation, but they're just avoiding dealing with the situation in general. So, they're not moving past anything. They're still, upset, feeling some type of way. So if you guys were to come back together at this point, it would just blow up again. You guys, since they haven't dealt with anything, it would just be the same old thing. They would still be reactive. They would still be coming from a very hurt place. So there would be no chance of growth. Now, for advice when it comes to love, here we have love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. What I get from this is really, when you drew those boundaries, right, and you continue to enforce them, like, even though it hurt them, even though it made them feel some type of way, they respect you so much more for that. Because again, I don't think they're used to people doing that. I think they're used to getting what they want. I think they're used to, being able to manipulate people. And next up we have deception. Someone is wearing a false self-mask in this relationship. Yep. Where was it? I feel like it spoke about that on another card. I don't know, maybe I was wrong. But, I feel like they could be acting like they really don't care. Like, since you guys separated or didn't, like, ever since you guys stopped talking, ever since whoever cut whatever off, I feel like, they've been out here acting like they don't care. Like I said before, they could have possibly even gotten into another connection not too long after you guys separated. And they could be, trying to act like they don't care, like they've moved on. But in reality, they haven't, because, here with this Page of Swords, like, they're watching you. They're looking at your social media. They could even be contemplating, messaging you. But that's not going to end well, because they know. They may be avoiding conversation, but they may try to, come towards you in a more, like, flirty way, trying to tell you stuff that they think you want to hear. Now, lastly, we have children. Your love life is being affected by children. So this could either mean either the two of you have a child together, or they could have had a child with whoever it is they are currently with. And that could be a part of why they kind of feel like they're stuck in that situation and they can't really come forward. They can't really come towards you, because now they have all this complicated stuff to deal with. Alright, now the cards at the bottom of the deck here, rather the decks. First off, we have the Five of Pentacles, which, yeah, this person definitely feels like left out in the cold. That gives me the vibe of you being the one to ultimately walk away. They could have been the one to break up with you or to, like, end the connection, but they may have tried to still be friends with you afterwards. And I feel like, you caught on to their sneaky bullshit here, and you told them, yeah, no, I'm not doing that. I don't need that in my life. Now, next up we have Camera, representing reminiscing, making memories, learn from the past, and perception. Yeah, you see, I get this individual being really reminiscent of your connection. It could be, going through old photos on their phone, stuff that was posted on social media, and it's making them really miss you a lot. And then lastly here we have separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. Yeah, so whether you guys are currently in separation or you soon will be, I feel like this is maybe a little something that will, tell you really if this is for you or not. All right, Leo, these are the messages that I have for you today, and I do hope they serve you well. Be gentle with yourselves, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye now.